The forest was so still, it felt like even time had stopped breathing. High above, the moon hung in the sky, full, pale, and silent. It didn't glow with light, it glowed with expectation. As if waiting to witness something the world was not yet ready to see. Beneath a towering Iroko tree, where roots twisted like the veins of forgotten gods, a young woman lay on the bare ground, all alone. Her wrapper was faded, nearly colorless from hardship. Torn and soaked in sweat and earth, it clung to her skin like a second death. Her belly bulged forward, round, heavy, angry. Her eyes were wide open, not from fear, but from pain so deep, her spirit was already halfway gone. Crickets chirped, then suddenly stopped. The forest knew. She cried out. Not a name. Not a plea. Spirits of the old hills, if you see me now, don't let my child come into this world as an orphan. Her voice broke like dry wood underfoot. She clenched her teeth, her nails raking the soil. She pushed. The pain arched her body like a bow. Her wrapper shifted. Blood soaked into the earth like an offering. And yet, no one came. No hand. No voice. No midwife. Just her, the moon, and the cold breath of fate. Her body arched against the cracked red earth. Her cries rising into the trees. A single owl feather drops near her leg. The wind doesn't blow, it watches. She pushed again. Harder. Longer. Her lips trembled. Her back twisted. Her heart pounded as if it wanted to leap from her chest and run home without her. And then, a cry. A baby's cry. A voice fresh to the world, still sticky with the breath of the other side. A girl. But the mother did not smile. Her arms didn't reach for the child. Instead, she whispered. May the gods love you more than they loved me. And with that, her body slumped back, her mouth slightly open, her eyes frozen on the sky. She had no final scream. No final motion. Just silence, like someone had snatched her soul mid-sentence. The child wailed. But the mother's soul was gone. When a woman dies giving life under a watching moon, the sky does not weep, it waits. For such a birth was not meant for earth alone. Some children are not born of flesh alone, but from sacrifice so deep it splits the veil between worlds. Suddenly, a powerful wind ripped through the forest. Leaves flew like blades. The trees groaned and bent backward as if saluting. Then, the woman's body vanished. Not carried. Not dragged. Vanished. In her place was only a smear of blood, a broken wrapper, and the baby, crying louder now. And what was most terrifying? The baby was already wrapped in white. Not white like cloth. White like purpose. White like destiny. Her tiny chest heaved. Her hands reached for nothing. The wind surrounded her like a cradle of invisible arms. The moon above now seemed dim, hiding behind slow-moving clouds. The forest, still shaken by the wind, whispered quietly, as though passing a message from tree to tree. The child had arrived. She had no name. No protector. No witness but the gods. But already, the land began to change. The leaves on the Iroko tree turned upward. The soil grew warm. And in the distance, the red cloths tied to Okunu's bamboo fences fluttered on their own. Some births are not just the beginning of a life. They are the beginning of a story the spirits themselves cannot rewrite. Okunu village. A village. Buried inside the forest hill, Okunu village sits like a forgotten heartbeat. Not marked on maps. Not reached by roads. Only birds return to it, and even they leave before dark. The people of Okunu do not receive visitors. They do not go out at night. Because once the sun sinks, something else rises. Death walks after sunset, the elders say. And it walks like someone you used to know. So they live close together, their homes like fingers clutched in fear. Their huts are low, wide, made of hardened mud and cow dung, painted with symbols in charcoal. Around every home, a bamboo fence, sharpened at the tip, tied in thick red cloth soaked with juju, crafted by a shadowless man who came and left in one night. It is said the cloth is soaked in the blood of goats who refuse to die, and when spirits pass by, they choke on the scent of sacrifice. No one makes noise after dark. Even the fires are buried. Children are trained to sleep without dreams. Because in Okunu, survival is not just a way of life. It's a prayer, spoken through silence. A community that builds together does not do it for unity, they do it to see who vanishes first. Fear is not weakness in Okunu. Fear is what keeps the living from joining the forgotten. As the baby continues to cry beneath the iroko tree, the sky shifts again. The moon moves fully behind the clouds. The wind retreats. And a tiny white butterfly lands on the child's cheek. She stops crying and opens her eyes.